W tapping. W tapping is a very effective technique for both reducing knockback and doing knockback. For context, when starting a sprint, Mojang made it so that the first hit during it provides extra knockback. W tapping is a very simple technique that is achieved by tapping the W key while running, and if you W tap before hitting someone, you essentially reset your hit's knockback, which causes you to be able to knock opponents back more throughout your combos. This stops them from hitting you during your combos since they are constantly in the air. In addition, when getting knockbacked, you can reduce the push by W tapping mid-air to reset your sprint, allowing you to stay closer to the opponent during fights. Strafing. Strafing is one of the most important techniques throughout all of Minecraft PvP history since strafing is the main component of player movement. Strafing is the action of moving in unpredictable or certain patterns to make it difficult for the opponent to predict how you are moving. Good strafing skills can cause other opponents to mistime their hits or completely miss you when attacking, giving you more chances to get closer to them and start your own combo. Having bad movement, like moving in a straight and predictable line, makes it way easier for the opponent to hit you, as you are not consistently testing their aim. S-tapping. S-tapping is incredibly similar to W tapping. Instead of tapping W to reset your sprint and reduce knockback, you tap S while running. The idea is to momentarily slow down or move slightly backward during a fight, especially after landing a hit, to reset your sprint without fully disengaging. This gives you more control over your movement and allows for precise spacing during combos. Block hitting. Block hitting is very useful for reducing every type of damage, but is unavailable after versions 1.9 onward due to the removal of sword blocking. To block hit, you first hit the opponent with your sword, and then you hold left click when they are hitting you. If you successfully block hit, you can reduce the incoming damage from others by 50%. Block hitting is most effective in very close combat where there isn't even enough space to combo the opponent or when there are a lot of people hitting you at once. Item knockbacking. Item knockbacking is very useful for getting your opponent into a hit combo. Item knockbacking is when you use items that knock back opponents to hit them into the air or to stop their momentum. Using items to knock back opponents can delay their attacks, as their walking/running momentum is completely mitigated by the knockback effect. Item knockbacking also stops the opponent from hitting you, as items have much more range than players. In addition, if you knock an opponent back when they are bridging, they could get pushed off the bridge. Knockbacking an opponent when they have momentum in the air can reset their movement, which causes them to fall instead of going in the same direction. Combat logging. Combat logging is a very disliked technique. This is due to how easy and effective it is in fights, which is why there are usually rules and scripts in Minecraft servers to stop this technique from happening, like a script that drops all of your items and gives kill credit to the opponent when you combat log during a fight. To combat log, all you have to do is exit the game during or before a fight. This effectively stops the opponent from attacking you, and if you were about to die, removes the opportunity for the opponent to take all of your items, giving you a chance to live. Hit timing. Hit timing is very important in a long, continuous combo and is most commonly used in combo PvP. In Minecraft, after being damaged by any source, you gain a short and vulnerable period to stop incoming damage. Hit timing is when a player times their hit with the ending of the opponent's invincibility period after taking previous damage. This technique requires perfect timing, as one miss and your combo is cooked. This makes it so that you don't need high clicks per second during fights. In addition, in between timed hits on the opponent, you are provided with time to do other actions like unnecessarily showing off. Runbacking. Runbacking, similar to combat logging, is a very disliked but effective technique. Runbacking is when you turn around and run while being in a combo by another opponent. The reason many players dislike this technique is because when you run back, you remove yourself from any type of combo, which takes away the satisfaction given to other players when they combo you. In addition, runbacking technically is a way to disrespect opponents and their combo skills by completely stopping said combos. This technique is also very commonly seen in combo PvP. Pre-gapping. Pre-gapping is only possible when you have a golden apple or enchanted golden apple in your inventory. Before initiating a PvP encounter, all the player has to do to pre-gap is eat one of the golden apples. Eating a golden apple before fighting an opponent provides the benefits of the item, like regeneration, saturation, and resistance. One drawback of pre-gapping is that when you are at full health points, Eating a golden apple makes the regeneration effect provided useless, as you should already be full health before PvPing. So pre-gapping is usually for the saturation effect and the resistance effect. If you already have a ton of golden apples, then pre-gapping is better for the occasion. But if you have a limited supply of golden apples in your PvP battle, use them when you think is best. Enderpearl Resource Reset. Enderpearl Resource Reset is a simple and useful technique. An Enderpearl Resource Reset is essentially a quick pause in the fight to reset resources. It is often used when the player is incredibly low on health points, armor durability, and/or potion effects. To effectively Enderpearl Resource Reset, the player disengages a fight temporarily by enderpearling far from the opponent. Then, the player resets their resources by regaining health, using experience bottles on low-mending armor pieces, and using potions to reset their timers. One must be careful, as if the opponent also has an enderpearl, they can chase you and limit the time you have to reset. Jump timing. Jump timing is another technique that reduces incoming knockback from being hit by opponents. Jump timing occurs when a player times their jump so that they jump right before getting hit by someone. This reduces the knockback done by opponents and makes the horizontal knockback minimal by transforming it into vertical momentum. This allows the player to stay close to their opponent and also stops them from getting into a combo if done correctly. Item swapping. Item swapping is like getting the best of both worlds with one smooth motion instead of using two items separately. Item swapping can utilize the damage of one item and the enchants of another item while not using up a durability point. For example, when having both a sword and a mace with the breach enchantment, which reduces the effectiveness of armor on opponents, you can initiate an item swap by first hitting the opponent with a crit using the diamond sword, and then instantly swap to the mace enchanted with breach the second you click. This effectively gives the diamond sword the breach enchantment and makes you hit like a truck. Another example of item swapping is when using both a bow and a sword enchanted with looting. By shooting an arrow at a mob about to die, and then immediately switching to your looting sword, the mob drops extra loot as if your bow had the looting enchantment. Double Anchor. The double respawn anchor tech is an advanced PvP move used in Crystal PvP. As the name suggests, double anchor tech is when the player activates a charged anchor and then drag-click or double-click with precise timing to place another anchor in the same position to be activated again. You don't even need blocks to place the second anchor on, as this even works mid-air and is perfect for insta-killing people. And all of this usually occurs in less than half of a second. A limitation of this technique is that the player's mouse type determines if one is able to utilize this technique. This is because if your mouse has software to stop double-clicking or is hard to drag-click on, double anchor tech is out of reach. Thank you for the supportive comments. Love you.